We all know by now that many stock market investors, especially the beginners, invest in the stock market with a mindset of growing their money in a short space of time. If we are investing in a company or a certain stock, then along the way we find a company which can grow massively and outgo the company we own by a huge margin, then some of us or some of the investors, they do consider selling a portion of that stock they owned and consider other stocks that has good growth prospects. I mean, like, guys, it does not make sense for me that you would invest in a stock that can easily be outperformed in terms of returns by a stock that you just recently discovered. If you come across that situation, I would not judge you if you sell a portion of your existing stock which won't perform like the stock that you just discovered. The main reason why most of the investors invest in the stock market is for a fact that they want to double their money, or they want to make as much returns as possible on companies or stocks in a short space of time. So hence I'm saying that I won't judge you even if you are to sell, let's say for example, a stock that was giving you 10% on an annual base, or a stock that was giving you 15% on an annual base, and go and buy a stock which is said to give you 100% or 80% in an annual basis. I won't judge you if you do that, because the main reason we invest in the stock market, or the main reason we invest in stocks, is that we want to generate good returns in a short space of time as possible. Yes, I know I always tell you that think long term, but in situations whereby you find that there is a stock that can generate you good returns in a short space of time, I don't see why you ought not to take that opportunity and invest in that stock, because it will give you a lot of money in a short space of time. And the good thing is that not only do we see us individual investors doing exactly this, we see even big financial institutions sometimes selling a big portion of a certain stock to consider growth stocks, which is something that ought to tell you that it is not only us that are chasing these big monies, but even big financial institutions. They have, or one of their main mission is to make as much returns on a stock as possible in a short space of time. Which makes sense, as I've told you, to say that you cannot continue holding a stock that gives you 12% annually when there is a stock that can give you or generate you 100% of returns in that same period. Prioritize these stocks that are set to give you good returns over these stocks that can just give you peanuts, because after all, we are in the stock market to make good returns, or we are chasing good returns. And if there is an opportunity for us to get those good returns in the short space of time, then why not take the opportunity? Why not take that chance and put in a chunk of your money in that stock which is set to grow by 100 or 200% in the period of 12 months? Otherwise, guys, on today's video I'll be giving you a top traded US stock that I just recently sold. So please do watch this video until the end, because I think that you are going to definitely like what I have in store for you. Otherwise, if you do like this video, please don't forget to hit that like button, and if you're new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Now also, before we go any further, please know that I'm not a professional financial advisor. If you seek professional financial advice, you already know what to do by now, and that is you need to go and consult the professionals. Otherwise, the stock which I've just recently sold, it's a stock that I've discussed a lot here on this channel, and the stock goes by the name of Palantir Technologies. Well, I know some of you might be disappointed as to why I sold this stock, but at the end of this video, I definitely believe that you are going to understand why I did what I did, and that is to sell this stock. Now, for those of you who've been following this stock, you will notice that it has been underperforming the market in recent weeks. Now, with all this underperformance, some of the analysts believe that this stock is extremely overvalued, and we might see it continue dropping even in the months to come. Though this company was just recently added to the markets, this company has been in existence for the past, or for almost 2 decades, and since their existence, which is almost 2 decades ago, they've managed to add less than 200 customers in their database. Though we know that this company tackles most of its issues by offering its foundry platform to the commercial sector at good, attractive terms, it is too soon to tell if whether it will improve its affordability to most of the third parties. as you would know that Palantir's average contracts ranges between 5 to 6 million US dollars, and this price range to third-party companies or to small companies might be a lot, which I think that it is the reason why they've gotten less than 200 contracts in a space of almost 2 decades. But like I said, it's too soon to tell if whether Palantir will improve its affordability, as these 5 to 6 million US dollar contracts that we see on average on this Palantir might be a lot to some of the businesses that would want to use this platform. Yes, I know that this Foundry platform is helping a lot of their customers to strive and to do good, as it offers early warning signs to some of the things that can make the company to lose revenue, which is a very good thing. But to some of the small businesses and some medium businesses, we see them not able to afford, or I see them not easy or possible for them to afford using Palantir's platform or Foundry platform to mitigate some of the issues that they might have in the company. Another bad thing that I sort of like picked up just recently about Palantir is that their operating loss has widened in recent years, which is something that made me to think twice on investing or on continuing to invest in this company, especially that they've been in existence for almost 2 decades. By the end of last year, Palantir Technologies had another thing that sort of like is a concern to me, is that by the end of last year, Palantir Technologies had a total outstanding shares of around 1.52 billion, and now they currently have 1.8 billion outstanding shares. I believe that this is one of the things that is even suppressing their share price, as it means that their shares have been diluted between last year or end of last year to now. Now, another thing that sort of like posed a red flag to me, it was when I read that Palantir insiders are selling their shares. I mean, now in July, we just read that Palantir insiders have sold almost shares that are worth 63 million US dollars. So this to me would make me to panic, or it would make me to think twice about this company, because I think that if a company is set to do very well, I think that if a company is doing well, then insiders, instead of selling their shares, ought to buy more of the shares of the companies they are in. I think that it's supposed to be vice versa. If a company is doing well, or if a company is set to do very well, then I think insiders ought to be buying Palantir's shares than selling them, because to me it sort of like makes me think that probably something is wrong, you know. But of course, like I said, this is just my understanding. I know some of you might take it as something else, but to me it does not make sense that you would be selling your shares as a Palantir investor, and yet you say that this company will do very well in the near future. Otherwise, as seen on the screen, this company analysts currently rate it as a hold, as 2 analysts out of 6 are saying buy and 2 are saying hold, whilst other 2 or the last 2 are saying sell this stock. Now, this company currently has the following 12-month price predictions. This company currently has a low 12 months price target of around 17 US dollars, with an average price target of around 22.33 US dollars. Now, as seen on the screen, you will also notice that this company currently has a high 12 months price target of around 30 US dollars. Its price target currently has got a 1% upside in the next coming 12 months, meaning that if you are to invest in this company, you might see your returns growing by just 1% in the next coming 12 months, which is something that I think it's not good. And this, my friends, is one thing that sort of like made me to sell my Palantir stocks or my Palantir holdings. Now, I know some of you might be saying that probably it will do more, but me personally, and not just this trading price, I sort of like have a challenge when trying to understand their entire business, as you would know that by now that their contracts are currently ranging to from 5 to 6 million US dollars, which to some third-party companies or to some smaller companies to medium companies, it might be a lot. I think one thing that will make Palantir to succeed might be to make their Foundry platform to also be reachable, or to also cut down the price and make it affordable to small to medium businesses, as by now it is being afforded by bigger businesses, which is something that I believe it might end up slowing them down. Otherwise, the money from my Palantir holdings, I used it to buy some of the stocks which are said to do very well. And I know those of you who've been following me for some time, you will know the kind of stocks that I am currently recommending you guys to go and look into. Those are the kind of stocks that I took the money that I had in my Palantir holdings and buy those shares or those stocks, because those kind of stocks that I shared with you, those are the stocks which are set to generate you some good money in the next coming 12 months. Those are the kind of stocks which analysts expect them to perform well in the next coming 12 months. Otherwise, with all that, guys, I make tons and tons of stock market investing videos, and if you think that this video was amazing, please don't forget to hit that like button. If you are new, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button and click on the notification bell so that YouTube can notify you every time I release a video. Otherwise, that's all from me, and I wish you nothing but the best in your stock market investing journey, and God bless you all.